but he's there. He's a part of the jokes.
What's not to like?
He did an MMA league for a little while, which didn't really go off the ground. But a friend of mine went and caught up with him in one of the hallways. I think it was at Mohegan Sun Casino.
And then they fought it out?
No.
Oh.
No. Close though.
That's.
My friend ran up to him, and in a very hasty manner said, Mr. Norris, is it true that your tears cure cancer? To which he just dramatically stops, turns around, looks him straight in the eye, and goes, I never cry.
Oh God.
It was great. It was amazing.
I can't even top that story. So I think we just have to
I think we just have to
recognize that it was really good and just move on to the Zero Band that you called.
There you go. Zero Band.
Zero Band
has to happen.
Had to happen. TSM banned Alistar. They do that a lot, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that they say that he's just a little bit too unexpected with his play. He's kind of hard to get a firm grasp on and directly counter. So instead of playing him or playing against him, they just ban him out. And then Rumble Ban coming out as well. And so we're seeing that again. Twisted Fate, again, like we said, allows you to play really aggressive.
Shen ban.
And Shen ban. So
no split pushes.
No split pushes. I would say that Shen posed the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems for them last game, and it wasn't because of the direct confrontation of Shen coming in and doing taunts and doing damage, but just puts them in a position where they can't push up or they can't stop him in that top lane from that split pushing. So it's good to just get rid of Shen. You don't have to worry about it. And then ban Yorick because he's boring.
Yep.
And then shake my hand, sir.
Malphite's open. And Kennen is open as well. So those are the two that escaped the bans this time around.
Okay.
But Malphite definitely worth a first pick.
Now, Malphite jungle. I'm calling it.
Could be.
Dyrus, I haven't seen, plays Malphite. Haven't seen it a whole lot. Or I haven't seen him excel at Malphite. But I have seen Odd One just stomp out fools with Malphite in jungle. So stomp out fools. That's
and they are indeed fools for going up against a jungle
you should
Malphite.
Just dodge.
They are indeed fools for not banning him out.
Exactly.
And that's what you get because you deserved it.
Yes.
There you go.
And if they pick Twitch, I will eat my shoe.
Pick it. Do it.
So hopefully they're not listening and do it. unless it's a troll ban, a troll pick, but that's what Karma is kind of used for nowadays.
Yeah,
so.
now Eve has a somewhat better kit. So we learned this about the placeholder meta, at least on the EU side, that is now kind of
placeholder meta.
Is the new placeholder meta. You pick Karma instead of Eve.
This game's so advanced that even the placeholders have meta.
I know, right? It's crazy. Ezreal and Shyvana coming in for CLG.Black. So, seen a lot. Ezreal works, we mentioned it before, but goes well with the Sona, goes well with the Soraka, goes well with a lot of people. Leona? Lots of champs. Even the Blitz. Even the Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz. Ezreal's just really good, and I think we're seeing a lot of bot lanes where they have a lot of escapability with Corki and Ezreal. And likewise, the escapability also allows them to dive in and do a lot of damage. So yeah, that's not too surprising. I really like Ezreal. Fun champion to play. Really fun to watch because he's so, I think Baron would say he's so volatile.
He is.
He can kind of just flip a switch and game over, man.
Yep.
And I think we saw a little bit of that last game with Chaos. His ability to go in and dodge and do a lot of damage and keep that distance really paid off for them. And he rocked it.
He did.
So it's good for them to take Ezreal. If in the least, it makes it so TSM can't have Ezreal, and that's going to bring about Nunu and
Nunu Graves.
So that's pretty good. And I hope we see some interesting things out of Nunu and how you can invade early on and help steal some of that valuable buff action.
Now I did try this with Nunu myself the other night. Nunu top lane is pretty good.
If we see Nunu top lane, I'll eat my shoe. Did I say that already?
If Nunu goes top lane or if Twitch is picked, you are going to be consuming footwear.
And both, I'm eating 2 shoes, man. That's just...
There's a possibility that Nick Allen could leave here shoeless,
without shoes,
and
with horrible heartburn.
And the worst part about this is that there's a Giants game going on right now. So if you walk home without shoes, people are going to assume you're homeless and trying to get change. But since there's so many people, you may actually succeed.
Maybe I'll get some money and buy some new shoes.
Exactly. There
Who
you
knows?
go. Problem solved.
Problem solved indeed.
Sona and Vladimir coming on up here for CLG.Black. So, yep, Sona, Ezreal, great combo. And the initiation from Sona will now be on Black's side, so they can go ahead and decide what to do with that. Ari being considered here for Reggie on TSM. That could be a pretty good pick. But
yeah, Ari's kind of a safe pick, a safer pick when the opponent's AP isn't picked yet. Ooh, Gragas, cool.
Gragas works.
Ooh, Blitzcrank.
And there's no. Are you going to be consuming your shoe?
Oh, no.
I think you may be consuming your shoe.
It's going to be Malphite top and Nunu in jungle. Oh, God, what have I done?
What have you done? You've made a terrible mistake.
I made a terrible...
All that's left is for CLG.Black to just grab Twitch, throw him in the jungle.
Oh, God. This could be the best or the worst day of my entire life.
It could be.
Well, there's actually no way it could be the best, but the worst day of my entire life.
Well, if you get the new pair of shoes from the street,
that's true.
That could work out. So Blitz and Gragas.
Some pumps would be awesome.
Dude, I had those as a kid, man.
Dude,
like
some LA lights.
Bro, you know, the worst thing about the pump shoes, you're just like, oh man, I finally got the pump shoes, and then you break them the first day.
I did not do that. I did
really?
not. I did not over pump.
You had restraint as a child.
Yeah, man.
Unheard of.
Well, you know,
unprecedented.
Yeah, I was a tall child, so I could dunk pretty young, so I didn't need to pump up all that much. You know, I didn't need the superpowers. But yeah, pumps are awesome. Need to bring those back, and LA lights.
Dude, I just found out for LA Gear still exists.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that. I saw a guy with a pair of them on the BART this morning. I'm like, that company's still around?
I don't know what they're making, but they're still here.
I guess still shoes. They're still doing shoes. It's like I thought the company vanished into the ether along with like neon everything.
Along with moon shoes.
Moon shoes.
And other things from the 90s.
GAC.
Floam.
Floam.
Say goodbye to those things. Pogo sticks. What happened to that?
Oh, God.
I guess it's still around a little bit.
You've always been kind of...
Along with my childhood, all of these things are gone.
Jarts?
I have no... That sounds terrible.
No, the lawn darts, the actual sharp ones.
Oh, what are they called?
Jarts.
One more time?
Jarts with a J.
Okay,
Darts with a J.
Jarts.
Jarts.
Don't those kill people?
Yes, and that's why they're banned now.
Ah. Okay. It's new jungle, by the way.
Oh, damn. Crap.
Oh.
Oh! Blitz. Great. Oh, they're screwing with us. Last second. Nunu into jungle. Damn.
Okay. So I mean,
you'll not be consuming.
I was right in one regard that it was going to be Nunu jungle, but I was wrong in the fact that I said it was going to be Malphite jungle because I haven't seen a lot of Malphite out of Dyrus. But mainly that's because I just don't watch his stream very much these days. Well, maybe they don't really stream all that much because they're getting ready for the Season 2 World Championship. But
well, there's some teams out there that rarely stream. Like Dignitas will often turn off their stream for scrims and things like that.
I see.
So
okay,
you know it's not too uncommon, especially we've got a lot of money on the line, like World Championships,
like millions of dollars,
like millions and millions of dollars,
like $100 million. That's
$200 million.
Oh, you're trying to. All right.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
If your team wins Season 3 champs, you own Riot.
That sounds pretty good.
That's not going to happen.
That's how it should be. It's like the best team owns Riot, and then you're constantly fighting to be the best team in the world. It's like Game of Thrones.
There is a game like that. It's called Eve.
Eve Online.
Eve Online. Yeah, like they elect people to go and like visit the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In Iceland.
That's a pretty cool idea.
It's an interesting idea.
I like it,
but it's kind of like
maybe we'll talk to Riot and see what we can do. Maybe
we can get a council. We can get a council of pros to we'll be consulted on like future champs and nerfs.
Nice.
And
of course, it was our idea, so we are automatically
we get credit.
involved.
We're already members. We're already...
Yeah, we're founding charter members.
Yep, president and vice president right here.
That's respectable.
We're good.
So, yeah, we got this thing on lock.
Yep. And then Buddy can be our treasurer.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
James can be our custodian.
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that.
James Barron Railman. And, yeah, but there's actually a game happening here. So
yeah, we keep getting sidetracked.
Yeah, well,
that is the best and worst thing about when we cast together.
Yeah. Well, it's usually about food.
It is usually about food. We've been straying away from that just a little bit. We had a little bit of 90s.
Yeah.
We had a 90s nostalgia moment for a second there.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice.
I mean, what I'm going to do when this match is over is I'm going to go to my computer. I'm going to try to find some pumps on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonably priced pumps.
And have a slice of pizza.
And I'm going to eat a piece of pizza.
There is actually pizza outside.
I have 2 pieces sitting at my desk right now.
I didn't grab any.
What I like to do is I like to take one piece of pizza,
sandwich them?
Yeah, put them together, and then your fingers don't get all gross. And then you eat 2 pieces of pizza with the speed and velocity of 1 piece of pizza.
You don't do the fold. You don't do the New York fold.
Sometimes, but if I have 2 pieces, I put them together.
See, this is the one thing I have not been getting accustomed to here in California is the pizza.
It's okay.
There's when I moved here, one of my good friends from New York, he told me there are 3 things you never do in California: never wear a wife beater, never do cocaine, and never eat the pizza.
What? The pizza's not that bad. There's worse things than the pizza. I mean, not a lot of worse things, but there's some.
Such as?
And never wash your hands.
And no, that's just gross. Wash your hands, people.
I had a friend, before we talk about this game, I had a friend who was telling me that what he do growing up, and I think he still does this, is he would take a piece of pizza, hotter the better, and then he would butter the bottom of the pizza.
What?
Like as if the pizza needed additional grease and calories and cholesterol and all that. Real butter, just slabs it all over the bottom with So I tried it a couple times, 3 or 4 times. It's pretty good. You think it wouldn't help? It does. It turns a Tombstone dollar pizza from Walmart into a gourmet feast, a buttered. Your face right now. Your like pure shock and
your
amazement.
gastrointestinal fortitude is significantly stronger than mine, sir.
Yeah.
And I salute you.
Well, thank you.
Game number 2.
Here we go.
TSM and CLG.Black.
Okay.
TSM was pretty dominant game number 1 with the wonderful Zera play, but alas, now she is banned. But it's okay. Vision will be grabbed here. TSM will be seen trying to be aggressive. Zuna has been spotted going into the side brush on the river. And advantage TSM, they can go wherever they freely desire here
down
they have
by the bot river
because they got Blitzcrank.
They got that blitz.
They got that blitz. They have dem hooks. I need to correct myself on my incorrect grammar. I need something that's also incorrect but sounds better.
Yeah, do it wrong or don't do it at all. Okay.
Exactly. Do it wrong but sounding nicely. Don't do it all.
But yeah, everyone's got boots, so everyone's looking to do a little bit of a play here. Except they don't. Blitz is one of the really strong level 1 champions, and kind of give you such a strong advantage when you invade, catch people over a mountain, and go grab them, bring them in, and do a lot of that level 1 damage, and give you an early lead. So CLG.Black is going to have to be very careful to not get early blitz grab, or it could be disaster, because the last thing you want to do against TSM is give them an early lead, because you know how they are in the team fight situation, how they are in the team phase, but give them an advantage in the laning phase. That'll even make the team fighting phase that much more ridiculous.
You'll notice earlier that Zuna was still in the river bush, but right at the very end. Because even if Blitz is actually right over here, if he goes for a hook, you'll just barely be out of range if you just hug that wall just right. So Zuna still wanted vision of the bush and partially the river, but did not want to give TSM a hand.
That's good.
That's
definitely not what they want to do. Blitz is one of my favorite champions to watch because of course he's so exciting.
Yep.
But the other side is that skin. Look at that thing. Was that like a V8? Is that a Hemi? AJ?
You got a Hemi. You got a Hemi.
Hemi.
You got a Hemi.
Person. So yeah, Blitz is very fun to watch, and Blitz with Graves, you know, is a really strong combination because of how
lots of damage from Reggie, and you know, Reggie on Gragas is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Just look at that, just straight up abuse, no assistance necessary.
Just smacking him.
That is why you do not screw around
with a bearded person.
With Reggie on Gragas.
Yeah, people with beards just significantly cooler.
There you go.
Than everyone else.
It's true. It's true.
Look at
this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you see the dodges coming out of there from
so good.
Reggie, just knowing how Cass plays so well that you can just go in and do some damage.
He went through that fight with just no fear whatsoever, walking past the Cassiopeia Qs, walking, you know, just like, you know, oh, you're queuing me. I'm not going to run away. I'm going to run towards you.
Yeah.
And then deal with that grab from Xpecial.
Pretty
not going to land. And see, that's another thing about watching Blitz is that every single grab, you're like,
it's like soccer.
A little bit.
You know, you get a few grabs, but when you get them, hot damn, that's exciting.
And speaking, well, then, you know what? Best skin on Blitzcrank has got to be the soccer skin then. Well, I think we should just go ahead and get those in as well.
You just have like
just the soccer skins, man.
This preference for the really bad skins. I don't understand.
No. Dude,
I'm pretty sure.
Limited edition.
Okay,
World Cup.
World Cup skin. fair enough. I'm a big fan of the Hemi Blitzcrank. So.
I mean, I'm also walking right into the bush there. Zuna going to be meeting up with Xpecial, an unfortunate face check. But here comes the odd one, looking to help Xpecial, getting very low, is exhausted. Zuna, get back here. The exhaust keeping him in the bush. Very well done, Bo. But here comes Reggie. Oh, no, that's not Reggie. That's Link coming down through as Cassiopeia almost made something happen there, but realized a little bit of a bad situation. Actually going to be coming up behind Reggie. This could be an unfortunate spot, but Reggie can just go ahead and leave through the bush if he so desires. An odd one followed up in pursuit, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, Reggie's really good at knowing how to zone against Cass. Like, he knew where to be. He knew he could just stay far away, and she would have to get back towards her tower because it's so risky with Nunu blood boiling around, going so fast, hitting with them bare hands.
And laughing as he's throwing down those ice balls. It's like, man,
taunting you with his
what a silly robot.
Yeah.
But Zuna going to be meeting up with Odd One once here right around the corner. But no, nothing really too huge there.
Yeah, Nunu can kind of just move around freely, go throw them snowballs. Blood Boil, such a cool skill, allowing him to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and of course, you can just keep it on you for the entirety of your mana pool, you know, because the way that it works. So, it can zip around and just poke and put like pressure. I guess the term would be perceived aggression onto the opponent's jungle. Just make them think like, oh my gosh, maybe someone's coming in. Oh my gosh, maybe they're invading.
Yep.
And forces them to be a little bit more precautious and farm a little bit slower in the jungle. Chaos
is really looking to push down bot lane, but you do have the odd one here, top lane, and Psycho Sid, you go in, and where's the snowball? There you go. Pool before the snowball hits. You have a little bit of a slow, but does flash to safety. Will be fine, but that is a summoner spell used and successful gank. And KX and Xpecial, they're looking to push bot pretty hard. And you saw KX using the buckshot quite a bit, just looking to get the lane pushed.
Yeah.
Forcing Hood Stomp and Bloodwater to farm at tower. And if that aggression continues, it could also just clear enough time for KX to go ahead and back shot for a little bit. Xpecial with the hook. Hood Stomp does shift away just in time. A little bit of weird interaction there, but it's okay. He's fine. We got it.
Ooh.
Reggie is 6, has the ult and the ignite. There you go. He doesn't need any help. He does not need anybody's help in mid. He's just fine on his own. Zuna can't even really contest this.
Yeah, so now we're in a position where Reggie has a significant lead in kills as well as experience.
Yeah.
And Cass, you don't want to get behind in this matchup because Graves can shove you around.
Is this going to happen again?
Just like that. Wow. He can get in your face and he can drink his beer. He can get all drunk, and then he can wreak havoc on you. And that's what he does. Reggie's doing a really good job of dodging Cass's skills and going in and doing that damage. And it's almost like he's taunting him with just like staying in his face.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And now he's 2 levels ahead, 7 to 5. The farm difference isn't that much, but the level advantage is going to be so significant for Reggie in the mid lane.
Yeah, Link is just about to ding 6, and when that happens, all right, you have the ult on Cassiopeia. It's going to be a little bit easier to defend against those pushes because Cassiopeia has a fantastic ult. But Reggie, if he just happens to turn around, not look at Cassiopeia straight on, and only gets that slow, well, he's not going to be hard stunned. He still has the belly slam to go ahead and close the gaps and close those.
He still has that awesome beard.
He still has that awesome beard.
The list goes on and on.
Two barrels available to him for all of that damage, and Link needs to hit that ult to even stand a chance at survival.
Yeah.
Just dead on.
Well, now you got a level advantage and you have blue buff. So now Gragas with blue buff, kind of a scary dude.
That's bad news.
He can just throw those barrels out, can push the lane really hard, and can zone you really, really, really well. So it's unfortunate for Link in the mid lane. He's going to be having a really hard time for the rest of the game. So he's just going to need to sit back, play safe, and just continue to farm and try to not get too far behind.
Yep. Blue is up for CLG.Black. It's just a matter of actually going over and grabbing it. But Psycho Sid getting very low in top lane with, trying to defend that push from Malphite. But look right here, Zuna going to be meeting up with the odd one in the jungle. Link is here in pursuit, but Reggie's thinking about going back in. X Special has come up from bot lane. Where's the grab? There's the uppercut. The ult from Cassiopeia will only get the blitz, and Reggie there with the ultimate, all the damage necessary to go ahead and capitalize on that. Chaos is here as well. There's a blue buff ripe for the stealing here if TSM is ballsy enough. Nice flash over the wall from Cassiopeia, and there you go. That is a blue buff going to be stolen.
Yeah, and so now Gragas, again, level advantage. Got another kill there, which is not what you wanted in that situation.
Nope.
And now Cass doesn't have a blue buff. So,
yeah.
I mean, that in itself, the fact that Gragas is going to have blue and Cass isn't, is so significant that he can just poke down and do a lot of pressure. Meanwhile, Blitzcrank coming in, going to get that pop-up. Graves coming in, dashing in, doing that shotgun to the face. Nice. Oh, and that Blitz grab, going to do some damage. Ultimate from Chaos. That was pretty good.
That was beautiful. That was picture perfect ult from Chaos
right
there.
I'm just going to say this right now. X Special is the best person on TSM.
I agree.
I made the statement. It's out there. You guys can critique me, but he is so good, and he needs to get more credit because he makes them plays. He does. He makes bottom lane work as well as it does. Not to discredit Chaos. Chaos is really good. Everyone's good, but TSM X Special is
Reggie coming in once again. The ult, ignite everything. Will he get out of this one? He may just barely.
Oh my gosh.
And Zuna cannot commit. Does not have flash, got exhaust instead, and it's not up. There's no way he can capitalize on that. And Reggie can just go ahead from a distance, throw those barrels, and be fine.
You see that too, because Link was like, okay, I need to play safe. I need to stay by the turret and just try to farm. And then Reggie's like, actually, that doesn't work either. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to ult you, and you're going to die again.
Yikes.
So what is that, 0-3 for Cass?
Oh, 4-0
Reggie.
on Reggie right now. Still managed to get out of that
fight. And
fight.
there's the needlessly large rod for Gragas. So that is a bad situation.
Pretty gross.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross. That barrel does 400 straight up.
Yeah, and now it's 3 levels.
Actually, does he have any magic pen here? Spell pen, 29, 10%. How much magic resist? That's, let's see, 29, 30, doing some math, 30. Yeah, so he's bringing Cassiopeia down to about 12 MR.
Yeah, that's not
just
good.
innately.
Yeah.
And then, actually, does he have a... Actually, no, never mind. He's got the Sork shoes.
So never mind.
Yeah, so never... well,
it's all gone.
Well, yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Cass is in the worst possible position where you have a fed Gragas, and Gragas can go ahead and do some work and push up hard like he's been doing, and he's going to roam. Just like they're going for the dragon right now, or they're going to get in a position to dive that bottom tower. So because Gragas is so strong and so fed, that he's going to come down here and at least put him in a position where they have to be wary, and they can't get away from that turret. So. And the problem is when you sit tight like that and Gragas comes in and forces you in a position where you're scared and you're like, I need to dodge. That's when Blitzcrank is like, whatever. I'm just going to come in and grab you and then I'm going to end it. Meanwhile, Malphite going and doing some damage on Vlad. See if he can get that down.
Oh, nice flash out, but Dyrus,
okay.
He's still got a flash of his own. But Link here, this is his opportunity to go ahead and try and connect with a kill. The ult going to keep Dyrus slowed, and there you go. That is good. There you go. That is definitely something that Link needs to try and put him back in this game. And but in the meantime, though, you did also have a dragon being nommed up by the odd one. But you know what? While Cassiopeia is up top lane, mid lane, that's a little bit of free damage there onto the turret. And you also see Reggie with belly first, looking to zoom up here to the top lane to try and catch out Link before he leaves. But
not
no,
gonna make it.
Not happening there.
But good on Link. Got a kill because he wasn't going to get a kill on Gragas. Because that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, good teamwork. Good going up there,
still
roaming around, getting some work done. So hopefully, you know, it'll help him to not have such a hard time against Gragas. But
yeah,
to be completely honest, Gragas is now so far ahead against that.
All of the lanes from TSM are pretty far ahead. Every single lane right now is winning by a margin of at least 1,000 gold.
That's unfortunate.
At least.
And it puts it puts Zuna into an interesting position where he doesn't know what lane to help in.
No,
you know, that's like one of the worst feelings as a jungler, where every lane is losing and you can't save everybody. So you kind of go into a position where you're like, I guess I need to farm, or you know, I need to try to make something happen.
That's the best thing you can do, though.
Yeah.
And you know, that's you'll see it a lot in solo queues. Just, you know, every lane is losing, and your a lot of blame goes on the junglers. Like, why aren't you doing anything? You're not saving our lanes. It's like, well, you already lost them far in advance before I ever got there.
Yeah, don't bring me down to your level.
Well, that's the thing too. But here's the thing, and here's the real threat. And a lot of you know, to try and clear the way for some junglers out there, is that when you're in a situation like this, when every lane is losing, it is sometimes more efficient for the jungler to just stay and farm in the jungle. Because if you go out and move into a lane and try and get a gank and try and get a kill, because of the situation that you're in, it's very likely that you just may end up feeding a kill.
Yeah.
In addition to the one that's already going to be given in that lane.
Yeah.
So essentially, presence in a lane. Go Reggie right there from the bush. Zuna was trying to come back around. Oh, Black special there. That's what I'm talking about. Link with the ult. Keeping Reggie still may actually make something happen there, but does flash over the walls. Is still ignited. Link with the shutdown. Very well done. You got him. Chaos here is a little bit weak, and Link looking to follow up here. Bloodwater with a fantastic ult. Chaos does go down. Link there with the delayed double, and now Special is in a little bit of a bad spot. Can he follow up? There's the poison, waiting for the Twin Fangs. He's a little bit low on mana, but Link, you might be able to do it. Odd one there with the snowball, and Zuna there. Wonderfully done, but Odd one, will he get anyone with the ult? No, Hoodstomp gets very low. Wonderful job from CLG.Black. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that was
that was huge.
Well, you know, I called that wrong. I was like, Link's not going to get any kills on Gragas, and then like, actually, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm listening to the stream, and I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of kills right now. So got 2 kills. And
that gap
is closing pretty quick. So good on Link. Taking advantage of being out of position. I think Reggie got a little overconfident there. Either he thought he could do 2v1, or he didn't see Shyvana back there. He thought maybe it was just Cass, and got absolutely demolished there. So he tried to flash out. He tried to make a play, but it was just too late. They really closed the gap on him and rocked him pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's just everyone just followed one by one. The positioning from the bot lane was perfect as well. Bloodwater with a money ult right there on the Chaos did everything necessary. And you know, that's the important part, is that your mid is now catching up. Zuna trying to get aggressive on the invading Reggie. Going down to half already, but there the barrel will actually keep Shyvana in place. And that's a bad time for the Dragon Lady. So, okay, things are equalizing back once again. Bloodwater getting caught out in bot. Hoodstomp trying to make something happen there. Black Special is there. The ult from Hoodstomp trying to make something happen, but no double kill. You know what? Just that last team fight's just been pretty much equalized. Yeah, Never mind.
That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about that.
That's 2 champs getting caught. That's what it is.
And Nunu's just laughing.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you know, 2 champs get caught and you get 3 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do, is you don't want to win an awesome team fight and then get out of position and get caught like they did. And you know, I mean, I'm trying to look at the warding situation CLG.Black, and it's not the greatest. I mean,
it's nearly non-existent.
Right, TSM is winning, has a pretty significant advantage, and so they're going to be pushing pretty hard on your lanes, and so you're going to be forced to play defensive. So you're definitely going to want some defensive wording, so that you know when they're coming and they're trying to evade, so you can not engage. In an off kilter fight. You want to be able to know who's there and how much damage they're going to do. So if you don't have a good idea what's going on, then you're going to get caught out like we just saw. So hopefully they do a little bit better warding, and maybe they'll have a chance going into the late game.
Granted, these are fantastic wards. I mean, if you can ever get a ward in those spots, if you're on purple side, that's fantastic. That's great. But you're in a defensive posture right now.
Yeah.
Those wards are not going to do you any good when the enemy team's in your jungle, not theirs.
Yeah, and I think they see it and they recognize it now. CLG.Black has put some good defensive wards. They have a good idea what's going on.
Very well done. Yeah. Very well done. Next step would be in Oracles to try and clear out some of the other stuff, to try and close down some of the invades. But Dyrus coming on down. Dragon being engaged upon once again from TSM, but he may get caught out here. Going to be finding Link. He's in a 2v1 situation.
Oh my gosh.
Very well done, and a shutdown coming from Reggie. Very well coordinated. Hood Stomp's in a little bit of trouble too. Chaos and the odd one wait for another snowball. Will that happen? No, but nice buckshot. That's a lot of damage coming in. Hood Stomp getting very low off that.
Yeah, that's scary. And yeah, just getting out of position. I was really surprised by how much damage Dyrus did right there against Cass and against Shyvana. Just live forever. And,
well, he's got an Abyssal.
Oh, that'll do it.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Abyssal and Sork Shoes, that'll do quite a bit of damage.
So I think he knows that they're doing really well. So instead of going like a more defensive route, he's like, I'm just going to get damage and resist Vladimir's, everything. So yeah, good on him to counter that Vlad there, and and just doing ridiculous amounts of damage. So I apologize earlier about my comments about Dyrus's Malphite. He's doing really well. And if you look at the farm difference between Vlad and Malphite, that's a little unexpected for me. Yeah, I mean, 2K. Vlad is so good at farming, and Malphite's good too, but not as good as Vlad, and yet Vlad is still pretty far behind in terms of farm.
Yeah, every lane, for all intents and purposes, every lane from CLG.Black lost, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And Reggie, ridiculously farmed. KX very well farmed. Nice. Going down on a Psycho Sid has no option but to pull out of there. And still, the pressure is just a little bit too great. You got Dyrus alone, top lane. He was doing his own thing. He's now making his way down. He's actually trying to get the creep waves off of the pass. Odd one getting ulted there by Cassiopeia, but nice ult coming from Zuna. Keeping KX, but Reginald still managed to get the kill down onto the Cassiopeia. Zuna caught out in the middle. Double kill for Reggie. He wants more.
He's out for blood.
He's pretty hungry.
He's got a huge gut. Okay.
He's got
That was good play. I mean, it looked kind of dreary there for a second as they're running away, but yeah, good positioning, and they got right out of the way. Only like one person got caught by that Sona ult, so that's really good. And they're able to turn around and do a lot of damage. But at this point,
that's
Reggie,
surrender.
Okay.
There you go.
GG, ladies and gentlemen.
GG. TSM will take the series 2-0. Wonderful, wonderful job. There was a light of hope. There was a ray of hope in that one team fight in CLG.Black's Forest, but alas, it just was not meant to be. Unfortunately, every lane lost. But you know what? It happens sometimes. It does.
Sometimes things happen.
Sometimes things happen.
Yep. It's
unfortunate when they do. And these are the cream. This is the cream of the crop. These are the elites. These are the top teams in NA and EU. And even at this level, you still have games like this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, relatively speaking, CLG.Black, when compared to TSM, is a fairly new team.
Right.
TSM,
they're the established ones.
They're established. They've been around for a while. They have a lot of experience. And I think that's why they do so well in team fights. But yeah, CLG.Black, bright future. I think they're really good.
Yep.
And I think we'll be seeing them, sticking around for a long time. And of course, TSM, they're okay. They do okay. So yeah, no, really good play from TSM, and they're looking really strong going into the round of 4. And so we'll see them on Thursday at 5 o'clock PST.
Be here for that. And you know what? This is top 8.
Yeah.
even though CLG.Black did lose, they're still in top 8, so they get to stay in the elites.
They'll still be here.
Unlike the fate of some of the other teams actually got dropped down in a round of 16. So even though they lost here, they still get to stay. They're still going to be around for the next elite cycle. So still good for them.
Yeah.
But we're not done for today, are we?
No, we've got Meat Playground, which is Poe Belter's new team. They look really strong, and they're playing against Ordnance. And Ordnance is another one of those teams that we haven't seen a whole lot of yet, but they look pretty strong.
And the funny thing about Meat Playground, very awkward as well. Who did they beat to get to round of 8?
They beat Curse. Sad weekend.
kind of awkward. Weekend. It was like, hey, my new team just beat my old team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only
my old team that's all under one roof in a gaming house.
And that got dropped down to the Challengers circuit. Despite the fact that they qualified for face-off.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So,
yeah.
But so we'll see them, and you're kind of taking off, huh? It's gonna be me and Baron.
It's gonna be you and Baron for this next set.
Cool. So how do people find you if they wanna follow you? And
at Hatperson on Twitter.
At Hatperson. I'm at Nick Allen IGN.
Follow this guy.
Follow me. I like to make fun of people.
Do you have a separate Twitter for your beard?
No, but
there should be.
There should be.
We need to.
You're right.
And you know what? We also need a Twitter for your team.
Nick Allen is handsome, so go out and support them. They look
handsome.
Really strong.
They look pretty handsome.
They look pretty handsome. So, yeah. So we're gonna take kind of a little bit of a longer break, and we'll be back with Meat Playground versus Ordnance. Thanks for joining us, guys.
See ya.